Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Easy Emotional, Unknown, Easy Old Soul. Back at y'all again. Hey, 365 in 2026, January 5th. Just want to say appreciate y'all for checking me out on my other videos, subscribing, supporting. Please like, comment, and share. You ain't really got to share. I mean, you can if you want to, but I just appreciate y'all for checking me out. Um, So what I want to come at y'all about today, another drop. I just be having to remember this stuff. um, is topic on baddies. Now, I don't know if anybody's seen it recently. Um, Episode or clip drop from Cam Newton's show with Natalie Nunn in it, and he asked her, I guess, what they would consider a profound question today or that day, which is what is a baddie? And she gave a broad overview of what a baddie is to her. And she made it seem like it was different terms people use for baddie. Um, to me, it is the same term, yeah, which is the term that it's always been for the most part. Just a woman that everybody sees and everybody believes is that woman. That's for the most part what a baddie uh, means to me. I can't really say nothing to the effect of anything else because from where I come from and how I grew up, baddies existed, but they didn't state that they was baddies. Whenever you was cool, like if you was a guy, whenever you was cool, laid back, you get the women and stuff like that, you ain't had to say, I get women, bro. I be out here, I be hustling, I be getting it. Women be coming up to me, you know what I'm saying? Like this sense of I gotta put it out there so it's known. It's kind of like giving yourself a nickname when you in the hood, right? Like when you in the hood trying to blend in, you give yourself a nickname. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of the hood giving you a nickname, you give yourself a nickname to feel better, to feel cool and everything like that. And when people ask you like, well, oh, who gave you your nickname? You say somebody just random and stuff like that. That's what it is like today with this whole baddie culture and stuff like that. It's like people are stating what they feel they are because I don't believe they think that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I guess the definition, I ain't gonna say elevated, but I guess it had an evolution just like people do. Because, like I said, back then, Baddie was just a woman that was actually, most likely taken. Most likely taken. Like she was in a relationship, and I ain't gonna hold you, dudes being cut, like just waiting for her man to mess up so you can kind of swoop in and holler at her and stuff like that. That used to be a baddie back in the day. Baddies didn't used to state that they was baddies and stuff like that. Matter of fact, baddies used to be the women that every guy wanted. Hey, some women wanted because they came with certain things. You know what I'm saying? They came with a certain level of like, yeah, it's more difficult to be with a to get with a baddie. That's kind of what I came up on. Like it's difficult to be with a baddie because a baddie always got it. You know what I'm saying? You knew like if the guy had her, he did something right. Whether it was spending money, whether it was charm, whatever have you, he did something right. I know I went to school with a couple of guys. Like I don't know how you did it, bro, cause you ain't nothing special. But the baddie was with him, so baddie used to mean something different. Now, Baddie has evolved into what Natalie Nunn can't even explain through her definition. It's just it's a boss now. So by her definition, it's just a woman that's a boss that controls the room, that walks in a room and controls it, and is there and she doing her thing, and nobody can tell her what to do. She tells everybody what to do. That's a baddie. That's a baddie. You know what I'm saying? That's the best definition that she could give. And then she gave a overview of everything, like, oh well, she can do this, she can be this, she can be that, she can be this, she can be that. It's if you're a baddie, you're a baddie. You know why she struggled with it? Because most baddies don't know what they is anymore. Because there is no definition to it now. It's majority of the time nowadays, if you saying you're a baddie, you a hoe. That's it. If you saying you a baddie nowadays, you a hoe. That's how most people see it. They don't see you as no boss. If anything, they see you as a girl to get down, a woman that's probably annoying, a woman that wants whatever she wants, that thinks she deserves whatever she wants, and that can't be controlled. So, an annoyance. Which is why, like I said, back in the day, and I may be showing a little bit of age, but even really before my time, back in the day, a baddie was a woman that you kind of yearn for, and in a sense, they still yearn for baddies nowadays, but they yearn for them in a way of like, I'm just trying to tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get in the tonight. That's a baddie nowadays. That's the difference. Like a baddie was a woman you yearn for in a way where it's like, man, if I could get her, I take her all, I settle her down, you know what I'm saying? I do this, I do that. I want to do these things for her because I know she's worth it. And back then, yeah, the women used to be worth it. That was considered baddies. They was worth it. You ain't worth it nowadays. You ain't worth the headache nowadays. Nobody that I know of that promote themselves as baddies and stuff like that, don't nobody want them. I mean, they want them for the night. Yeah, they want them for the night. But other than that, don't nobody want them. They don't want to deal with the headache of what comes with a baddie nowadays. Like she says, she's a boss. A boss. Again, OG status, you don't have to explain what you is. You never had to call it out when I was coming up. You was a player, people gonna know you a player. If you was a bad woman, people gonna know that you was a bad woman. You never had to call it out. You never had to state it. You never had to say it. And I think the world has let social media turn baddie into a term of endearment for the women, but a term of bumness for the generalities of it. Like, baddies ain't baddies. Well, there are baddies out here still, but by the old definition, no, not really. Um, and by the new definition, they everywhere. So it's really like no meat in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know much about Natalie Nunn, but I know she's probably very, let's just say you could be around her, but you might not want to be around her forever. And it's to the point where when I guess you consider baddie nowadays, that's not even what pop up in your head for most men. It ain't no boss or nothing like that. It's arm candy more than anything. Right now, it's arm candy. If you got a baddie, by the definition of the day, it's arm candy. It's most women believe it's the girl with the BBL. And that remains to be true today because if you got the baddie, she most likely don't have an actual body. You know what I'm saying? It- you know what I'm saying? Like in most cases, like a lot of women is getting BBLs that don't even need them nowadays. So now baddie today is a woman with a BBL, which everybody knows is fake. So technically, it's not a real woman no more. That's what it's moved from. Baddies back then were real women, natural women, like natural. And it's not like that no more. So when you mention the term baddie nowadays, a baddie is a headache. That's all they are nowadays. They believe they supposed to get whatever they want and really not have to work for anything. Like nowadays when I see, I guess what you consider a baddie, I just can see somebody that's stuck up. And you know, you might say, well, you can't get a baddie, so you wouldn't know. You probably right about that. But I wouldn't want a baddie because, like I said, baddies are an annoyance. I wouldn't want them. You know what I'm saying? Even if I could get them, I wouldn't want them because it's too much to deal with. It's way too much to deal with. Like you got to deal with a woman that just believe everything about herself that her ish don't stink. That's what she believe, and you can't tell her no different. You can't tell her nothing different. And she believed that she made everything happen for herself by herself. By herself. So she's not a humble woman. She's not a go-getter. She's probably very lazy nowadays. It's like I ain't gonna even hold you. And they base themselves off of being the boss chick that they really not. You know what I'm saying? Baddies nowadays just have tempers and want to cause problems, especially when they don't get what they want. They're a temper tantrum. A woman with a temper tantrum. That's what a baddie is nowadays. A woman with a temper tantrum. Temper tantrum. If she don't get what she wants, she gonna throw a fit. And if she don't care how or when she throw a fit, she just gonna throw a fit until she get what she want. That's a baddie nowadays. Like I said, an annoyance. A baddie is what they believe themselves to be. So you got women out here that is clearly not ever been in the baddie lane. Don't do anything. Don't have. Used to be a baddie would be a thick woman. You know what I'm saying? And I mean thick, not heavy set. You know what I'm saying? Not heavy set and curvy in all the right ways and stuff like that. And sometimes the slimmer women, you know what I'm saying, with a little meat on their bones. You know, those used to be that's the only time you qualify for a baddie when you was like that. Um Nowadays any woman can consider themselves a baddie. That's all. There really ain't no definition to it no more. Any woman of any shape, of any size, anywhere can consider themselves a baddie just because they self so. I mean, because just because they say so, they self-identify themselves as a baddie. They self-identify themselves as a baddie, which is crazy. I mean, you can't like I said, you can't give yourself a nickname in the hood because you want to be hood because you want to go everywhere and say, oh yeah, I'm two-tone loc or something like that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You got to be validated through the people. The people tell you whether you is what you is. And well, nowadays women lie to each other all right and left. So that's why you get women who think they don't even gotta. They still tell themselves that they're a baddie, but women also cope with them and say, "Oh yeah, you're a baddie, girl. You're a baddie. Get your money, get your bread, do your thing. Don't let nobody tell you nothing." That's the main thing that they say. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. You slanging, you slaying, or whatever they can say. It's just like, bro, it don't make no sense out here. Y'all got all the confidence in the world to not listen. That's that's literally all a baddie is nowadays. A person that just ain't gonna give, ain't gonna show no give, but they still want what they want. don't do anything. A baddie back in the day, like I said, she used to have it. You used to know, like, the man was happy. Like, if the man was with her, the man was happy. Now, sometimes he would be a goofy. Like, that's why I said there was a lot of brothers waiting in the cut. Like, man, I can't, he gonna slip up. He gonna slip up because he don't know what he got. That used to be what a baddie really was to a man. A woman that a man don't even know he got it good. He don't know he got it great. He don't understand what the woman is doing. For some guys, and then some, you just knew you had one. Sometimes you just knew you had one, and you appreciated her for everything that she did, because she did a lot. The Baddie back then did a lot. She definitely looked out for you. She definitely held the house down. She definitely held everything down that you needed. If you slipped up sometimes, you out of work and stuff like that, she taking care of everything you need. She bringing you back up. She hitting you with the job applications and things of that nature and everything. And just, like, helping you, supporting you and stuff like that, never giving up on you, and still being the same woman every day. To the kids, to you and everything like that. And always improving the family dynamic. Like, just support. A real help me, or whatever y'all want to say, pick me, whatever. That's what a baddie was back in the day. Like, you wanted, the reason why men was laying in a cut waiting, because they knew what she was. That was a baddie back then. And yeah, as far as appearance, I guess you can say, you can consider, like, a major baddie. Like I said, you can call them that. But in general, the looks kind of just bought the package together. Like, the looks was what caught your eye, I guess. Actually, the looks was gonna get you regardless. But the looks what caught your eye. But everything she did, everything she bring is what kept you there. You know what I'm saying? Kept you wanting more and everything like that. Nowadays, you don't want more from a baddie. You just want a baddie. Like, every baddie that you hear about, right, that consider themselves baddies, they don't really have any solid foundation or anything like that. You can name a few. There's a few exceptions. There's a few exceptions for sure, but majority of the women that you consider baddies, do they got a solid relationship? And if they do, who is it with? Is it with somebody that considers itself a player? Or have you ever think about it right now? What baddie do you see nowadays with a solid relationship? And I give you time to think about that. You don't really see them with a solid relationship. If we're going off the definition of today, you don't really see them with a solid relationship, because there really ain't no baddies out there. And the women that you would consider baddies from back in the day, I don't think they want to be called baddies no more. I think they just want to be called that woman, because they know they that woman. But they don't want to be associated with baddies, because they know nowadays when you mention you're a baddie, I think you mentioning that you're a hoe. Or that you're a woman of the night, I guess I'll say. That you live a lifestyle that's not conducive to a man gonna be able to be with you and just love up on you and stuff like that. That you always open for business. That's a baddie nowadays. Don't really do no business, because just like Natalie Nunn, you came from an era where you say boss, but I don't see boss. I don't see it on you. Like, you saying it, but I don't see it. And so there's no clear way to. I don't really think women should ascribe to be a boss baddie chick. I think you should subscribe to be the best woman you could be. Change the dynamic, bring family back, bring back a lifestyle of love and care and affection and understanding. And yes, I know the game, the way it's played nowadays, it seems like a lot of BS from guys, but I can tell you, the guys are still for the most part the same. The game done changed as far as the women go. They believe the guys are different, and it's really not that way. You still running into the same guy. If you still dealing with bull crap from guys, it's because you running into still the same guys. But you putting the bull crap that you getting from the same guys on every other guy. So there's still wholesome guys out there. There's still guys that want a strong relationship and want to be with a person that really cares for them and stuff like that. A true baddie from back in the day. But I don't know how you really change that system, because it's really majority on women right now to change that system. They got to stand up and say, no more baddies for the culture. And right now, it don't look like that's going to happen. But that's my take on it, y'all. It's your boy, Easy, most known unknown, Easy Old Soul. Come back at y'all again.